Okay, approval of the agenda. Does anybody have any additions or corrections or anything to the agenda?
Yes. Perfect.
No
Okay.
changes, I'll motion to approve the agenda as presented.
A second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Need a roll call.
All right, Dean,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Karen,
Yes.
motion carries.
Okay, approval of minutes. The only thing, I guess we have a blank under business services update on the minutes. Is that, Deanna was here last time, I'm pretty sure. So why is there a blank there? Deanna?
At the time, I couldn't update the minutes. For some reason, I hadn't been given authorization in there. And I didn't remember to let anybody know that I couldn't get in there. I did add it today, and I sent you all a copy with the bars.
Okay. Okay, I didn't notice that coming with the bar. So you've already sent us, did you see that, Karen?
I haven't looked at it, but
Okay, okay.
It's
Well,
below the bars.
we'll trust you. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as modified by Deanna.
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Need a roll call.
Dean,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Karen,
Yes.
motion carries.
Okay, governing council input. We need to talk about the breakfast in September. What is it, September 20th, I think?
September 20th. I made that change in the calendar online.
Good. I saw that today, so it's good. So what we've done in the past is, for the last 4 or 5 years, I've brought quiche for everybody. And somebody usually brings fruit, somebody brings, rolls and, things like that. Somebody brings some kind of meat.
And juices
And juices.
and
Yeah.
coffee.
And coffee, right? So we'll need to decide who's gonna bring what. I guess that, since it's the 20th of September, we can actually get the details of that next month, probably then.
All right. We have our meeting before then.
Right, so maybe
Do
we.
we know what time this will take place, just so I can mark my account? This is the in-person breakfast, correct, where we all show up?
Right.
Yep.
May, do you know what time that's gonna be?
The breakfast?
Yeah.
I don't think
On the
we have
20th.
talked about a time we should.
We haven't,
That needs to fit
but
in.
it's usually 7:30. It's before school starts. I think it's is that date? What's the date again?
Friday, the
20th.
20th.
It's an
So it's an
in-service,
in
is what they're
service, so 8 will be fine.
8.
8 o'clock,
Yeah.
okay? Did you get that? Okay, Sam?
Actually, we could even go into 8:30 because staff doesn't arrive till 9. Yeah. So we'll do 8:30 to 9.
Did we lose Sam?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we lost her.
So breakfast will be from 8:30 to 9.
8:30 to 9, yeah.
8:30 to 9. That's not much time to get to know the faculty.
Well, we could
You
probably,
can
we
come
could
earlier.
go to 9, we could go to 9:30. We could do 8:30 to 9:30 that,
Okay.
and that way those people that come in at 9, because,
That's one of our only chances to really get to meet faculty.
well, let's just do
So
8:30
I
to
think
9:30.
it'd be better to have a whole hour for that. Would you agree, Karen?
We can do it.
Ms. Martin. Hello?
Oh, I can't get in the front door.
Yeah, how you doing? You need to get in?
I got him. See?
Oh, about 10 minutes, okay.
Oh.
Okay. We're going without you, and we'll just go so fast that we'll be gone by the time you get here.
We'll be done.
We'll see you, bye. Okay, public input. Any public input? I forget your name.
Michelle.
You're Michelle, yeah. You're our only public here. Do you have any input?
No, right now, I'm just, listening right now.
Okay, great. Good. Okay, financial reports. You're up, Deanna.
So, I sent everybody the financials and bank statements for, June. So our end of year. Quarterly reports were submitted timely, 941s, workman's comp, SUDA, our PED reports. We're currently working on getting school started. First payroll for teachers is the 23rd. So that's usually our big crazy. And then we're in the middle of audits already. Fast and furious. There is an audit conference for those that are part of the audit committee on Thursday, if you haven't gone to it yet. And then fiscal year, I got that already. The lease assistance application for fiscal year 25 has been submitted.
Okay. Well, that's short and sweet. Anything else?
That's all I have.
Okay, and then
Okay,
you sent out a whole long list of bars, and it seems like probably 2/3 of those were voided bars. So we don't need to worry about those. Is there anything there that we should pay extra attention to, or can we just approve them all as a group? Because they're mostly things that we.
Approve them all in one sweeping motion. These are bars from last year that you gave me permission on May 6th to come back for ratification. I just need your blessing on them.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to accept the bars as presented.
Well, I will motion, but is Sam back?
No, she isn't, so we
Second,
can't
so
vote.
we can't vote.
Yeah. Won't be bad to give Sam a call and find out. You want to call her? You want to? Good point, Karen.
Oh, she already did. I need someone to let me back in.
She's not.
She's not, here she is.
There she
There
is.
she is.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on. Sorry about that. I got booted and then I was just in limbo land. Anyway,
Okay, we had a motion to approve the bars as presented. Have you had a chance to look at this?
as a matter of fact, I have.
Yeah, so I'll entertain a motion again to approve the
I'll
bars.
motion to approve the bars as presented.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a first and a second.
Dean,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Yes.
motion carries.
Do we need
Okay.
to approve the financials?
The financials, we don't usually approve the financials, I think, do we?
During finance and audit committee meeting, the finance audit committee, after that, we usually have an approval of, you're accepting the financials as submitted by the finance director.
Right, exactly. So basically, the finance committee met before this meeting, and we looked at some expenditures. Aaron had some great questions about things, and it's, everything's looking good, so I don't think there's any concerns we have right now. The only problem we have is just spending a bunch of money in 2 months. So.
Not 2 months. No. No.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to approve the finance report and any other finance stuff that we have in this section.
I'll motion to approve the finance report for June 30th as presented.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay, we have a first and a second.
Dean,
Yes.
Karen,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
motion carries.
Okay, Karen, you're up, I guess.
Okay. Foundation report. I apologize for sending those out so late. I have no excuses that I spaced it. Hopefully you got a chance to look at the balance sheet and the profit and loss. Basically our responsibilities for the foundation are diminishing because we're passing things off to the school, like the governing council snacks and appreciation and those kinds of things. And so basically it's coming down to facility, which was, the original intention anyway. Not to say that other things might not come up in the future, but that's kind of where we're at. We've already started the annual audit. There's a request for documents and I'm starting to gather those documents. our annual taxes are due in November. Typically, I file them right about, or I give all the information to the accountants right about now. I'm not sure what they have going on in November, but typically they file for an extension and then get it to us like December or January. But, we're always on time with them. But that's coming up as well. Other than that, I think it's, I don't really have too much else. Like it's just gonna be short and sweet from here on out because pretty much it's the rent. There's a couple of grants that still have some money in them, the Verizon grant from way back when. But it's for suicide prevention. And so, a lot of the board, the board still feels like they wanna earmark that money for that. So that's sitting in there till the opportunity arises. Other than that, that's kind of the only other pocket of money that's in there.
Did you and Bill work together on getting it so that it's all the way they want it?
Oh, thank you for asking. So the books are all now on QuickBooks Online.
Okay.
However, Bill and I have not, we've spoken a couple of times and between our schedules, we haven't been able to connect. I'm gonna try
Were
to.
you here earlier when I mentioned it? Bill gave me a call the other day.
Oh, okay.
And he's been in the hospital for a couple of weeks.
Right. That's why, yeah, I knew that was coming up. I was traveling and then he was in the hospital and we're just, not connecting. And then I've been talking to Deanna, I'll send her the documents ahead of time. Is he at the door?
Probably, yeah.
All right.
I'll go get,
Are you at the door? Okay, somebody's coming.
But anyway, yeah, so I sent you guys that and then I'll have, Deanna review the documents before they go to the auditors and, we'll see what happens this year. But I mean, everything it looks to me like everything has transferred over. Everything seems to look clean to me. So, and the fact that we're simplifying, hopefully we won't have anything more going on with the foundation.
I'm kind of curious though, because, for years why Taos Academy couldn't spend on certain things that the foundation could. But
Right.
now Taos Academy spending on those, was that a change in policy? or-
Well, not Taos Academy policy, public PED policy. Like since COVID, a lot more things were allowed than since before COVID.
Are they
Before
gonna
COVID,
stay that way or?
it's the PED.
Yeah.
But you
There's-
it's there.
There's an election coming
I
up.
don't count, yeah, exactly. So who knows what will change after that. So, we just go with whatever flow they're handing us. And right now, that's what's happening. Yeah, and the foundation will always, will still be around. We've got another, 20 years to go on on the rent. So, if we're needed, we're here.
Gosh, makes me wonder what Taos Academy is gonna be like in 20 years.
Right? Woo.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Well, we'll still have this space, so maybe.
Okay,
If you decide to sell it, here it is.
any questions for Karen about the foundation?
And,
It's good
How
to
are
see you,
you?
Martin.
hello,
Okay.
Martin. And help
You're good
yourselves
right here.
to the snacks. There's
Thank you so much. Hi,
some
everybody.
tabbouleh and some hummus.
Thank you.
And
You didn't start talking about food until Martin got here.
Oh,
Because she knows I've been working hard all
That's
day,
right.
as evidenced by the
he's
fact
one
that
of my
I'm
biggest
late.
fans.
Oh, we're all big fans.
Yeah, I know you are. And I brought some drinks
Apologies
too.
for
There's
being late.
there's some mint iced tea and some decaffeinated iced tea and mint lemonade. And then there's apple cobbler from the garden. If you don't eat it here, please take it with you.
Oh,
spent
I
the whole
will.
weekend peeling and coring apples. Our apples are going off.
Yes.
Yes, the same from
They're
today.
already ripe.
Oh my gosh, we have so many. It's ridiculous. I have bags in the staff lounge. And there's still a bunch on the tree.
My apples probably have a month before they're ready.
Huh? Oh my gosh, I'll give you that whole bag and bring more tomorrow for the staff. Yeah, I've got apples coming out of my ears, please help me.
Okay,
Apologies.
Yes.
well,
Yeah.
it went nice and fast because you weren't
Yes,
here.
it is,
Yeah.
it is.
I
You're
do
not-
appreciate you.
Apple cobbler there.
Okay.
All right,
Director of Programs, Jamie, I assume that's you.
That is me. All right. So first we'll talk about Parent and Student Advisory Councils and Equity Council. Our first meeting for this school year will take place on August 28th. So we did do seeking for community and family sign up during our new family orientation. And we have about 12 families wanting to participate in the community council, equity council, or volunteer for other things. So right now, based out of our new families, we have, like I said, 12 that want to participate.
Is that
Or
normal?
volunteering.
Is that normal in the fall where people get enthusiastic? Because that's a lot more than we've had in the past.
Well, they're saying that they want to help the school in some way, shape, or form beyond, the academics, and hopefully participate in committees or chaperoning or whatever. I think it's about the same, although we had 40 new middle school families and about 20 high school families, but some of those were between the two or new returning students. So, 12 out of 60. It's about 20% of our new families. So that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that first meeting will, like I said, August 28th, 4:15 p.m. over here. All right. And then that's it on that area because we haven't met since April. District test coordinator stuff. We still can't share scores. It's okay. We have them. We've seen them. We're doing some data work with them for planning internally. And of course, the upcoming conference is September 9th and 10th down in East Lecca. Both myself and May will be attending that and getting some updates from PED on what's happening, and hopefully knowing what our testing is going to look like for the spring, and some information we hope on when we can release that. We will still be sending, we did receive last week the student data, the parent reports, and we have 30 calendar days from the date that we received that to send those out. Once our first full week starts, when kids are here, we will be starting to send those out, backpack mail. So that's going on in testing. We have MAPS, our measures of academic progress for math and reading will start taking place right after Labor Day. And that usually gives our teacher, because they get that score immediately. That's very helpful to the students and the teachers to know where they're starting at. And of course, we'll give the 10th graders, those that volunteer, the PSAT during our Flex Week in October. So that's the testing stuff. Any questions on testing?
What did you say when you're hearing out the reports to the parents?
Backpack mail?
Oh, backpack mail. I said backpack mail.
So what we do is we, seal them up, send it home with the kid, and then we do a robocall and then email telling the parents, this came home today, please ask your child for them.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we don't spend any postage unless they are a student that is no longer enrolled at Taos Academy. Because we do also still have to send those out as well.
Oh, right.
But, no, we don't, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Backpack.
De mochila. Okay, all right. And then, of course, STEM. First off, we did receive in the last week or so, and Deanna and Cam have received this as well. Now, the Fine Arts Elementary Education, the application was approved for this year for our average of 30 students for this, for funding from last year's average for funding for this year. $10,813.69 was our award, which is a little lower than what we usually get, but that's used towards 5th and 6th grade. That's the application you guys approved back in May. And then, of course, fall programming for the STEM Institute begins August 26th. Right now we'll have, looks like computer programming, art, theater, culinary, science, fit Taos, video. Looking for some additional programming. We are seeking a new music teacher that dropped out in the last couple of weeks. So we are looking for music. And I do have an interview next week we had talked about it. It came up. Just so happens this person kind of is a new parent and might want to offer, we had talked about possibly a Spanish, kind of like immersion type of class. I don't know what else he'll propose. But he is actually a certified bilingual teacher. He's just not currently full-time teaching anywhere right now. In fact, he's not teaching. So he's thinking about the speed STEM program just to kind of get back into it and continue what else he's
It
doing.
would be interesting to see what that looks like.
It was something that's come up the last couple of years, and we talked about possibly starting out with a club, and let's just see what he proposes. But that was the suggestion, so yeah.
Great.
All right, and that's it on my end.
That's all you got?
That's all I got tonight. Can you believe it?
Boy,
Short
it's going
sweet.
fast tonight.
I just have a question. I don't know whose purview it is, but I don't know what happened with the 180 something days, class days in Mexico. I mean, I haven't really heard or read anything about it, so I was curious about it.
Sorry.
And
It's still in litigation.
oh, so we still don't know what's going on.
Well, I mean, we had to turn in a calendar, which we did,
Okay.
that meets the state rules, but it's still in litigation, so who knows how long that will be.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, May, it's your turn.
Hi, good evening,
Hey.
everybody. So excited, today was a really good first day. And we took the kids into the gym and we did like a little spirit yell and just had a little bit of fun with that. And then we sent the kids out to their advisory classes to do whatever presentations they had presented to them.
Is this the full school yet, or is?
Yeah, so this is the high school orientation for this week.
Nice.
And yep, and then so, you know, I did a few talks with them regarding the student handbook and kind of just enforcing, you know, the enforcer. So, yeah, and, you know, just kind of making sure that we have the structure that we need and making sure we are all on the same page when it comes to that type of discipline and anything that we need on those pieces. So I think that went really, really well. I'm going to be talking at some point with Eric. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but Arapela. He is the person that works with us for the Four Corners Regional Education Cooperative on the extending equity into the digital workforce grant. So I know that Taos Academy has, it's like $50,000. 10,000 is earmarked for something specific, but they want it to be spent by November, which I don't think is going to be possible. So I have a meeting with him tomorrow to kind of talk to him and see, you know, because I'm not real aware about what the grant is, what the requirements are, those kinds of things. So I want to have a discussion with him on what that really looks like and if that is truly something we can do or can we use the monies in a different way. So kind of trying to find out some logistics on that.
Okay, well, what are our numbers so far?
So the numbers on the last count was 275, no,
I'll let up.
two,
Total.
263.
so kids are still.
263.
265. Okay. So kids are still kind of moving back and
How
forth.
many was
shuffling
it,
back and forth.
265,
We're
266?
254 right now.
Okay.
254.
Every day.
263.
Changes
Some don't
every
show
day.
up.
Every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So where do
Changes.
we want to end up with those numbers, actually?
So I think what the cap is 300, but trying to stay at a comfortable level at about 275 max, so that we're not overextending classes.
We've been getting a lot of
Teachers,
teachers.
yeah.
A lot of,
The intense, yeah.
yeah, okay.
And actually called in about 4 or 5 of them today. And 3 of the 4 accepted and they left a voicemail for the 2. So
Okay.
they're still coming in.
Still coming in. Okay, great.
Did Taos already start?
Yeah.
Taos started, they started today as well, and they, their Taos Tiger Academy, their online has been closed down, due to budget, issues. So I have a feeling that at the middle school and high school level, we'll probably be getting some of those kids that actually wanted to be online, like they were, so I'm pretty sure they'll start shuffling this way too.
So we'll shoot for 275.
Mhm.
Good, does that work pretty good for the budget then, 275?
Yeah, I think that's-
We were, Deanna, I forget the number, was it 255 for budgeted at?
I think it's more than that. Hold on just a minute.
Sam has a question. About.
Go ahead, Sam.
Well, I'm just curious, like the facility, I mean, I know the enrollment cap's 300, but if you were to want to expand in the future, the facilities is equipped to exceed 300, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Cool. I thought so. Just wanted to ask.
Good question.
The facilities may be, but Tracy may not be equipped to go. Okay, was,
I think Deanna's gonna bring us a number here in a
I
minute.
thought
but
she was gonna.
she'll let
Yeah,
us-
sorry, my system was not cooperating here.
Just out of curiosity, how many students are like online exclusively for?
On Flex, I'm not sure which guys had last year, but right now they're turning in all their applications, which I plan to review, and let them know how many of them can go all online by Thursday, so that they can, begin to
Okay,
get
so,
ready for that.
But there's a cap of 30.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
so,
is that what we had last year? Okay.
so the cap for online only students is 30. And is that like from the 5th to the 12th?
Yes.
Okay, so 30 in all grades. All right. Thank you.
It's a good question.
We have one teacher.
I just wanna, I want to publicly say again how awesome it is to have such a awesome principal. Miss May, Dr. May. Dr. May, hello, there we go. It's just.
It's turning red.
No. I mean, I wanted to say, but I didn't want to interrupt. A new sheriff is in town.
Good.
And I heard her today, and it was this very matter of fact, this is how Taos Academy runs, this is what we're doing. And it was kind of the end of the story. There was not like, it didn't go on and on and on, and arguing and everything.
No complaints from old students or anything.
I think it happened in classrooms, but not there with May. And
Yeah.
so they were like, so it's really it's awesome to have her. That's what I can say.
Great, great. How are you feeling about it, Nate? Is it overwhelming or?
No, not at all. It's, not my first rodeo, and it feels good to provide that structure for the students and for the teachers, so that everybody is on the same page, and there's no subjectivity as far as, well, you did this for this person, but you didn't for this person. It's all sort of the law and kind of where it is, and they get used to it. I mean, it's happened before when I've been principal at other schools, and it's just kind of how it is at first, and then they start getting used to it, and then it just becomes comfortable for them, and that's kind of where we want them, in a good place where they're comfortable. Or we had a few some dress code issues today, and we gave out some I love public education shirts, so yeah.
They worked. Did you buy those, or they just? We've had them forever. They were donated years ago.
I remember that.
Yes, yes, they're black. Yeah.
Well, they're getting used now, so today there was 4 that went out.
What color are they?
They're black, and so it was hot
At the
outside.
time, all the board members got one too.
Yeah. Everybody got one.
So we had got to expect that sometime again,
Yeah, I can't remember even how we got those, but anyway, the district, because Taos District also got them. So
Right.
that
I
it
think
must have
all
been,
of them got them.
maybe,
I think
I
it's
don't
a
know, the state,
PED thing.
PED
The
thing?
public
Yeah.
education.
Probably.
They handed out some.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They handed out some at Rotary too. Somebody from the district came and handed some out at Rotary.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Deanna's ready.
I didn't want to interrupt, but we have 248 projected, so we'll be in good shape. We'll get additional money.
For a 275, we'll have quite a bit more money then.
Yes, we will.
So if you
And the
recall,
unit value has increased since we did our 910B5. They haven't given us the new total exactly yet for us to put in for a bar, but we'll be having a bar probably next month.
Yeah. Of course, as the year goes on,
So-
it changes.
right, and so that's the way to think about that. Now, we don't usually get that money till like March, which is a pain, but if you think about that, so every student over 248, I believe she said, every student is about 7,000, right?
Yeah.
Between 6,000 and 7,000. So that shows you kind of that we will have. No, we won't have any more funds. Sorry, I didn't say that.
Just buffer.
He's already like, if you don't spend money, they're gonna take it. I'm like, I'm trying to spend it. We got a $500,000 building coming in. Anyway, that's how
Just
that works.
Buffer.
I've just been part of organizations that have all kinds of money and they don't spend it.
I know.
It should be spent.
I'm not, I swear I'm spending it. It's just slow going.
Okay.
Tracy worked
Okay,
very
well,
hard
then-
at spending money.
What did you say?
You worked very hard at spending money.
I work very hard. I do actually. It just doesn't seem to go.
Okay, we're up to you, Tracy.
Okay. So, well, speaking of that facility, so the amphitheater is coming along. It still needs a canopy, but it looks so nice. I'm sharing with the finance committee. We have to take a tour of the campus here soon, and maybe next month or the next month, because it is so awesome back there. They have,
Breakfast.
perfect at the breakfast.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Because by then the
that's a
sails will be all up in the courtyard and
good idea.
most of the landscaping will be done. So the only other piece is the canopy over the stage. And so we need to kind of rethink. I said to the contractor, well, you know, like the theater in Santa Fe, the opera theater.
Nice.
He came back with $120,000. He said, it's a miniature one of those, but it's gonna cost you. I said, no. Never mind, forget it. My thoughts were too big. So anyway, so we gotta revisit that.
It's really not. I mean, if we go from 248 to 275, that's $189,000.
So go buy the steel thing.
You thank
my-
those students
Well,
every day.
okay, I've been told by my board. Spend $189,000 cash balance.
You are very appreciated here every morning.
It will be a steel structure, so it's not gonna be cheap. That's for sure.
Yeah.
At one point I thought, well, maybe we'll just build a wood structure with pro panel or something on the top, but, no, it'll be a nice
The
structure.
maintenance on it, on
Yeah,
wood.
you're
so-
No,
I mean,
you're
you
right.
got
So it's
people
a
on it
steel,
long term.
it'll be a steel canopy of some
Well,
sort, but okay,
I think you should
just go for it. Well, you guys give me permission, I'll do it.
I'll approve the bar.
Gina, did you hear that? Are you gonna step in and, oh,
We just need a second and.
Which is no worries.
it'll be some grandiose thing.
Graduation.
All right, Jamie.
Oh, yeah, no, we already
You
have
heard
so
it.
many plans. I did, I heard it.
You heard
I'm
it.
getting the backyard, yep.
And we've been planning it since we moved in here, so like,
Yeah.
there's so many ideas.
Yes. Well, and I've been, trying to do it somewhat on the shoestring, because it is an extra, right? It's not,
Right.
well,
Yeah, it's
it's
nice.
it's nice. It's nice.
It's cushy.
Come on, it's
It's
educational space. It's an outdoor
It is an outdoor
classroom.
classroom.
It is an
Thank you,
outdoor
Jamie.
classroom, absolutely, absolutely.
It is.
But I mean,
Yeah.
but it does need, so we need to think about electricity and possibly some water down there. So anyway, there's some things. We'll spend the money down there.
Well, I put it all in the cover.
That's the amphitheater. The campus looked great for the start of school. The maintenance department did just a stellar job getting it ready. It's really is beautiful. Let's see, the wellness building. Well, we are still waiting on Beta Engineering to tell us whether or not we can, the engineering of the water and the sewer and the slab for the building. They told us in April that they would be able to help us in August. It's now August and they're still way behind.
Is this Alex?
Yes, and Amos.
Do you deal with Amos or Alex?
Both, whoever will
Okay.
show up on our campus. They just hired somebody this week to help them out. So hopefully we can move this forward. We were told we can have a septic though. We do not have to take the
That's
water
good.
all the way out to the road. So that,
It's on town water here.
yes, yeah. So hopefully that, because will be cheaper. although you just told me I got a lot of money to spend. I don't want to use it in trenching, no thanks. Let's see what else. That's the wellness building. Okay, I need to project something up there. Can I, from my computer, can I do that?
From that?
As long as
Yeah.
you're in the meeting.
Oh, I forgot, I have to be in the meeting.
Make sure you're on mute first. Check on your set. You're right.
Give me just a moment. If you guys want to get something to eat, do it now while I join the meeting.
Thank you.
You should be in.
I
No,
don't
no.
always, I'm not on
No,
this
this is
computer.
it.
I will though.
This is it.
I'm
It's
coming.
good to be here.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Nothing's too good for you guys.
That part.
Just happens to be great harvest time. All the fruits and veggies are all nice and fresh, although the carrots are still high, as you can tell. The carrots aren't in yet. I don't think I'm that many yet. I might be sharing.
Now,
You should try making pickled carrot.
Okay. Here, she'll share that. I just made that too. Okay. Okay, now, they can maybe hear you.
Sam, can you hear us? Oh, okay.
See, it was
Yeah.
muted.
Do you
Okay, you're
see-
there.
What do
I
you
don't
see
see
on your
anything, so.
Maybe I should stop. Try again. Yeah. I can't pull it up on that computer. I have to- Tabs, right?
Click do not also share this tab audio, because you're not showing the video, so undo that and share. It's not showing. We did it the other day, because then it asked us to do two computers, right? Okay. View tab. Sharing, no, you're sharing, and then we're not streaming. Are you is this Tracy's login here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can pull it up on my computer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that might be the better thing to do.
Does that have glass in it now? Is it all one piece of glass? And then we'll go wood frame to make smaller names.
We need to do this first.
Yeah.
Go through.
Well,
it.
the other day we did it, and
Yeah,
it asked her to
it worked
join both computers,
Yeah.
and she had to do something that she was logged into
Oh,
both
is it all
computers
one?
as
Yeah,
the
you said you had
presenter.
wood
Yeah.
frame to put pieces in.
It did
Frame
work.
to make it look like it's small.
Oh, I see. So from the outside.
But the furlongs. That's it. So, but it took us 2 days. I mean, when they had this 2 days. So, yeah. So that's what I think. And then I had to go over the house. Yes, I gotta. It's just the real estate market. Yeah. It's not really. We have 61 houses. So a million. We have. Those are pretty good price houses. Yeah. And it's over 900, so there's 61 over 900. So. Especially like
But that's till the kids are down, you see.
Oops.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Need to get
New
back to that.
cast tab.
Yep.
You can see it now.
They see us, but this has gone off, so yeah.
Ooh, good old indicator 3C.
Yeah, nice, Sam.
It's great.
It changed things on us. Okay. As you know, we rechartered this last fall, and part of the new performance framework is that the governing council is told about what's called 3C compliance, and it's the part of the performance framework. Birds out. The performance framework is nothing new. The categories are nothing new, but the presentation and discussion to the board is new. That's what's new. So maybe Sam can see it.
Yeah, it's
I sure can.
it's the cast.
Can we just make copies of this?
That's not it.
Oh.
It actually is this. But you can hardly see it. That's why I was going to pull it up.
Is that back there?
So basically, while they're working on it, it's
Yeah.
the
It should
mission
be there,
statement.
yeah.
We know about that. Oops. It's the enrollment and grade levels. Enrollment and grade levels. Any amendments that we might make. Our college and career readiness, which is our next step plans.
Purple that.
Curriculum instructions, our MLS and self-assessment.
Okay,
There they are. All right, so if you can scroll up on that.
So you'll have to go to the tab that it's on,
The tab.
at the top.
What is it? It's the compliance report?
Yes,
Mhm.
it's the annual compliance.
you
There
go.
it is. Okay, so you can see the mission statement, and that's, all this happens at our annual visit, right? Enrollment and grade levels, making sure we're at our enrollment cap, or we don't go over our enrollment cap. Any amendments that we might make. Career and college ready. Curriculum and instruction. And our literacy plan is part of that. Data violation, validation, for your data. Yeah, that'd be good, huh? Educational personnel, that's all HR stuff, making sure that everybody's licensed appropriately and we're paying them appropriately, so forth. Let's see, language and culture. That's the screening that we do for ELs, ELL. Compliance with Black education, no anti-racism, that's all policy stuff. Our equity council, which is incorporated into our parents advisory, ED schools, the Indian Education Act and compliance with that. We are not required to do tribal consultations. It's not something for us. Safe and healthy schools. These are all policy-driven things. Safe schools, wellness, school policies. There's, FERPA, Opens Meetings Act, all the ones that we do every year. Bullying policy. Special education compliance. And then you guys governance, which is your training, your yearly training. So all of those things we do every year, and we get this gigantic binder when they come, and they go around our school and they make sure that we have all of these things, and then we are ranked meets, working to meet, or does not meet. Remember the red, green, and yellow that we had to do during our RV charter. So that's what it is. It's nothing new. We've had it every year. We've had all of this stuff looked at. Any discussion? Questions? To me, it's pretty
all
boilerplate.
of those criteria? Like, at the green level?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, wow. Impressive to keep track of all that.
So has there ever been any
Wow.
questions about whether we've met these things?
You remember, because I share this with you as we move through the year, and when we have an audit finding, it'll read at first until we have cleaned it up. It will read working to meet or something like that, and then we clean that up, and then we have a different audit finding. The audit thing is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. I don't think we've never had red ever. We've had working to meet somebody. Oh, years ago in HR, we just didn't know. That was really early in the charter, though. Just didn't know that we had to. Kind of a long story. I mean, it's not big. We've cleaned it up. Yeah.
Good, so.
Yeah, but we had all green in our 5-year recharter last fall. Everything was green for 5 years. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice question, though. Thank you, Michelle. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we need to do anything with this? Or?
No, I just have to send a letter that I told you.
Well, now it's in the minutes.
And it's
Tracy,
in the
did it come from CSD asking for a confirmation that you've shared this with us?
Yep. I have to send an assurance letter.
Oh,
Yes, we did that. It's assurance letter. It literally be one line. Yes, I did.
So interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, and Dean was gracious enough because I would have missed that. I would have missed the deadline is September the 1st, and they sent it August 3rd, I think, or something like that. And because I have so much time to be reading all of the things from PED, but Dean brought it today.
Well, the interesting part is the governing board is part of 3C now. Like, is it, I know meeting like notifications, but did you say that training hours as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's always been the case, Sam.
Well, it's been its own indicator.
It's its own indicator, but it's
just lumped into 3C. It's kind of the catch-all.
It's actually just that the governing council meetings are, oh, no, it's webcasting and archiving. Sorry, you're right. It's
Right.
not
'Cause
the,
everything
not
is
the
its own
hours.
separate indicator. Okay. Cause I was like, God, that would be a double ding if someone
Yeah.
didn't.
Mm-mm. It's that it's being webcasted and archived. I didn't read the sub line.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Do you have anything more, Tracy?
Oh, no, that's it. That's all I have.
That's all you got there?
Mhm.
Great. Well, thanks for sharing that. It's
Welcome.
exciting.
I know. I just.
Okay,
Stop
calendar
sharing.
development.
Stop sharing this.
Yes, you can. Yes, thank you. So the calendar is online, and the only change I made this last month was I put the date for the staff breakfast as September 20th. If you have any changes, anybody, you can email me and I'll put it on there.
It'll be, you weren't here earlier, and it'll be 8:30 to 9:30.
So that's the Friday the 20th at 8:30.
And did we decide our strategic planning day or not yet?
We haven't.
We haven't.
It'll-
Okay.
We need to discuss that.
Can I bring the fruit like I always do?
Sure. And it's gonna be after our September meeting, so we figured we'd get all the specifics.
Okay,
At the September meeting.
got it. Okay, but 8:30 a.m.
Do you know which building we'll be in or anything for that?
Probably here in
Cafeteria?
the cafeteria.
Okay.
We'll go sit out in the amphitheater, okay?
There we go, under the shade sail,
Under
the
the-
metal shade sail, or the
Okay,
whatever.
I think
That's like
we need
grand
to,
yummy. There's a name for that, I'm sure.
the appropriate place to think about the strategic planning, we were saying November sometime, right?
I have it on our agenda for next month. Is that okay?
To discuss it then. Yeah. There's a little, I should be back by then, but I'm gonna be traveling the whole month of October, and so if it could be later November, there's no definite return date, so later November would work better for me.
Yeah, well, I have a budget conference the 20th to the 22nd, so if it's a Saturday, I can do it on a Saturday, but those 3 days I'm gonna be in.
Okay,
Saturday.
we'll get it nailed down next.
Okay,
And I won't be here the entire week of Thanksgiving, so.
that's the last week.
You mean you get time off?
The calendar is.
Not off, I just present in New Mexico. Doesn't mean I'm off. I'd have to be on the move to be off, I think.
Oh, while I'm gone in October and probably early November, I'll try to get in online, but I may not be able to because we're gonna be in our motorhome. We may be in remote places where I can't.
So who's gonna have to run the meeting?
Just do it a different time.
But Laura,
Are you the vice president?
no, Laura's the vice president,
Oh,
so
Laura,
it would
regular.
technically be her responsibility.
Yeah, Laura.
It might be good for her to get some practice, gain some confidence.
Yeah.
Okay, Title 19, Title 9.
Oh, right. I sent you a copy of the Title IX non-discrimination on the basis of sex policy. And you guys, the lawyer literally sent this to me. I put our name on it and put it into policy, except I just need approval.
It's pretty much, I read through it today, and it's just pretty much boilerplate. I've had to deal with this when I was teaching about it, It's pretty much standard language.
So we make a motion to approve
Sounds good.
with the proposed Title IX language from the lawyer.
I've had it first. Second from Sam. Okay, roll call.
All right, Dean,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Yes.
motion carries.
Okay,
We do have language that we have to put up on now that it's approved, up on the website.
Yeah.
okay.
Someone will send that?
I will, yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, next board meeting agenda. We've already talked about, we need to talk about the breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? There was something else.
Strategic planning.
Strategic planning.
So then that'll be September 9th meeting, right?
Yes.
Monday the 9th.
Yes.
Okay, anything else that we need to talk about next month? Oh, meeting testing, yeah.
There won't be testing, but there was something else on, our local demonstration of competency.
Okay.
And, waiving of non-core, 1 credit for non-core for this current class. A 1-year
Okay.
exemption.
Oh, gosh, are we almost done with our meeting?
Wow.
Good job, Dean.
I think it's
It's
a
not even
record.
6:30 yet.
I know, I think it's a record.
It's nothing that we have to be
Once a
critical
year.
of.
When I left home tonight, Dennis said, "You aren't gonna be gone till 8 tonight, are you?"
Well, yeah, I had to put in some long hours.
It's a sign of a well-run meeting, Dean.